Hi, church family. Pastor David here. You know, over the last few years, Central Schwenkfelder Church has been through a lot. We've suffered through the pandemic, and we've come out weathering that storm. And during this time, we have experienced the faithfulness of God, and our staff has been faithful, and you have been faithful. And thankfully, we've weathered that storm. However, our world has changed, and there's still a lot of work to do. Just before the pandemic, Central began a revitalization initiative to prioritize our focus and improve our church culture. During COVID, the revitalization process continued even though it was not publicized, and we've seen great movement in the right direction. The renovation of our church building is a necessary part of our revitalization process. The center, our consultants, identified our church building as a key element of revitalization. The amount of time, effort, and money put into the renovation project has been both astonishing and commendable. Now, it's important for you to remember that revitalization is something that we will never finish and move on from, but rather it's a continual process, because the church will always need to be revitalized. It's imperative as a church that we always intentionally make progress toward our church's top 3 priorities. Pastor Julian, please remind everyone what Central's top 3 priorities are.
Thank you, David. You should know that our top 3 priorities aren't listed in order of importance because they're all important and dovetail with each other. Let's start with one church, one family. This priority emphasizes the importance of unity in Christ through growing spiritually in Christ together and serving together. Tell them what's been going on with one church and one family, John.
I'd love to, Julian. We launched a community groups model for getting people connected and holistically discipled. Existing community groups have been promoted and fresh community groups have sprouted up, like the Pastor's Study and other short-term groups that last 6 to 14 weeks. Rally Day the past 2 years has been well attended and strongly emphasized these community groups. In addition, we've been accumulating quite an online database of materials for spiritual growth, including Centrally Speaking, Central's podcast ministry, video devotions by the ministers, recordings of community group lessons, as well as our worship services. We've established the Congregational Institute, which provides week-long seminary-level training with social elements. Our congregation has continued to host the Unto Packing events, in which we serve together and bond together. We have also provided opportunities to participate together in the Unto Packing at Mount Joy. And finally, we reinstituted the social time between our worship services.
Community connection is our second top priority. God called us to be the light and salt in the world, specifically to this community, though. So it's a priority to go into the community and bless the community, to make our church known in the community, and to invite the community to Central. What's Central done recently with this priority, John?
The Men's Christian Fellowship has fostered relationships with Worcester Elementary School and Soccer Shots. They blessed the school with umbrellas for the staff at their request and brought them coffee and donuts and notes of appreciation. The Soccer Shots were blessed with some treats as well. The church website has updated and freshened up, and a brand new website is in the works. We held mission weeks at home and went into the community and blessed 3 families with home repairs. We held a vaccination clinic when the original shot was released for people interested in getting the vaccine. We also hosted a drive-through nativity for the community and went Christmas caroling at a number of nursing homes. We have participated in the Manna on Main Street race to end hunger the past few years and plan on making a greater impact there in 2023. Our country fair was back in full swing this year, and starting in January, our Wired and Crave youth program will be joining together with other churches in the area to have meetings at our community center. And recently, we updated our church logo to something more recognizable to the community.
Thanks, John. Our third top priority is to reach and retain the next generation. This priority focuses our attention on ministry to young families and young adults. It's a critical responsibility of a church to connect with and to disciple the younger generations because they are the future of the church, and without them, the church has no future.
Recently, to reach and retain the next generation, we had community groups aimed at young families. We had a family adventure outing where we had several families and young adults head out to the Lehigh River for whitewater rafting. We hired an incredible new director of children's ministries who has gotten the Awana program back in full swing, along with the children's Sunday school program. She also led the group to a very successful vacation Bible school this summer, and the kids had a ton of fun. The contemporary worship service has intentionally stayed fresh as well. And college-age students and young adults have been getting more attention than ever through Bible studies, events and retreats like creation, axe throwing, and paintball.
Revitalization and our top 3 priorities are critical to our church, and everyone in our congregation needs to be moving in the same direction on this.
We've made some progress, but as Pastor David said, there's more work to do, like more one-on-one contact, including a mentoring program, progressive church dinners, where we get together and break bread, showing appreciation to community volunteers and first responders, missional events, and hopefully a renovation underway.
Everyone in our church can and needs to be involved, now and in the future. Please feel free to come to any of us with any questions that you have.
God bless you.
And God bless your family.
And God bless the revitalization of Central.
Fellas, should we do the end of meeting Zoom wave?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.